So let's have a look at this A2M, A2 milk. I'm on a 3 months, so each candle is 3 months. Uh, this is from 50 cents or whatever. Good returns if you bought here, I guess. What we see is that we see this reversal candle. You can see that the bulls tried to push it up, and the bears pushed it down and closed down down the bottom, which is sign of. And there's another wick here as well, so it's sign of bulls getting tired. They tried to push back up here, but we'll see what happens. So it shows 3 monthly mainly shows this wick, which is macro, very macro level, so it's a bit scary that we're getting rejected. If we look on the monthly, so each candle is 1 month. What we can see is that we get to the all-time high here, and then we drop down. And the worry here is that we got this momentum oscillator RSI, and you can see that the price here is making the higher high here, higher low, higher high, but the momentum oscillator is making a lower high. So it shows us that the momentum is going down a little bit. We're losing momentum, so the bulls should be a little bit careful. Um, what was okay here, and what we have to look for now is reversal, which could be a head and shoulder pattern here. You can Google head and shoulders, and usually what it means is basically going higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then it's going to be a lower high and a lower low, and that's a reversal. That's a very scary thing that could happen, but it's not happening yet. So unless we break this level here, unless we break this level here at 11:28, the head and shoulder is not in effect. Therefore, it's just something to look out for. It's not really not right now, but I just can see maybe it can form later. But what else I'm seeing? What else I'm seeing is that the 21 EMA, which is the purple, it has supported the price action here, bounced off, and now the bulls are trying to bounce it off again. The worry here is that the volume over here is a bit higher. You can see the volume on the way up lower, and then once we topped out, the volume is higher. So you can see that there's a lot of people are willing to sell at this level, and they're willing to fight with the bulls. So that's why we're losing a bit of momentum here, as shown. So we can always go to higher highs, but we're losing the momentum here, so it's a little bit scary. The volume overall is going down as well, so the bulls are getting a little bit tired. That's the monthly. On the weekly, so on the weekly, well, we got some sort of news here. I think we got a massive bull injection. We got a big bear volume here on the drop, and the bears basically were able to push below the 21 EMA, rejected once, and then the bulls have pushed it back above. You can see that there's a bearish divergence here as well. We are making a higher high, but we're making a lower high on the momentum oscillator, so the momentum is depreciating, and we are very likely to make a lower high over here once again with this orange line RSI. So we can see the momentum is dissipating. I think the bulls are getting a little bit tired. I would be careful to buying up at this level for long term. I would wait. I would most likely wait and see what's going to happen. And most likely, what's going to happen is that we will. This is the all-time high. We will probably. This is the low. What will probably happen is we will go into what they call an equilibrium. We're going to set a lower high, higher low, and then it's going to play out for a long time. It can play out for a very long time because the range is really large. the range is 35%. It's huge, so it can play out until end of 2020 in this range. So there is no hurry. There is no hurry to buy. You know, of course, yes, you can gain another 15% from here, but the likelihood is that you're gonna drop down because the momentum oscillators are going down. And this is on the weekly, and on the monthly, which is even a bigger time frame, they're going down as well. So the momentum is losing. And we're getting injection of the volume here. There's a volume increase, and the volume increase is to the downside. So once again, it's a bit of a couple of red flags. You know, it doesn't mean we can't break. You know, there can be some news comes in, and then we can break the 1730. Let's have a look on the daily. So on the daily, so we got some sort of a news here on the daily, and it's also very well timed with the RSI oversold, and you can see from oversold we went directly into overbought, and it looks like we just broke this high, so we're setting a high here. So some sort of news here came in for the stock. But you know, there's a resistance coming up here, so we gotta watch out for that. At 1456, you know, there's a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So what we need to do is it needs to consolidate and set a high low, and then break it again. If that doesn't happen, then we're just gonna fade. We're gonna break down. So depends what this news is, I guess. But I mean this looks a little bit. This is a huge pullback here. Like why? So okay, so just back on the weekly here. So what I'm thinking is that this range is really big, so it's likely to remain in this range for a long time. It's 50%, 53% range. It's just it's huge. You could play inside of it. It depends on your plan, I guess. If you want to hold long term, I would definitely hold off. I would definitely wait until end of 2020 when this range is gonna break. But if you want to trade, then yes, you can trade inside this range. If you buy today and sell tomorrow, you know, you can what you could do is you could wait for a weekly high or low to be set somewhere here, and then you can try to buy it, and then it's gonna bounce up because it's likely to remain in this range here. If you want to do long term, then I would wait for the range to tighten. So usually what happens is you tighten up in a triangular pattern, something like that, and then once you break out of this triangle and confirm with volume that you're breaking out, that's when you buy. And also once you break out, what usually happens, it comes to maybe, it could even retest it, and then you can buy it over here and over here, and then you can hold if it buys. But you know, the thing is that it can always break down. If it breaks down, it's got a long way to go. It's been running like crazy. You know, who the hell is buying this A2 milk? I don't know. You know, we can check the fibs here. It can go down all the way to $7, but it looks very volatile right now. So there's a lot of opportunity to play, but it's just running out of steam here. It's setting. It's been bearish divergence for a long time, setting higher highs but lower highs on the RSI. So yeah, that's my